Hey guys and gals, it's Papa. If you guys pay any attention whatsoever to the posts that I put on our community tab, um, you would see I put up a post on Sunday, the 19th, about an upcoming investigation that will premiere on Halloween night. I learned about this property about 2 months ago. Uh, and frankly, I just spoke on Saturday, October 18th, with the homeowner. It's a single mother and her 28-year-old daughter that live on the property. They lived there for 2 years. One of her friends is my wife's uh, ex aunt in law. The wife's aunt was married to my wife's uncle, but got divorced several years ago. She has still stayed close to the family, close to the mother in law and stuff like that. Um, when she found out about all of the happenings on this property, she told her, my niece's husband is a paranormal investigator, and he's a good paranormal investigator. He's an ordained minister. He's been involved in the paranormal for years, and just in the last 5 years started posting videos, and then started a brand new channel where he does nothing but paranormal related stuff. But he's very, very good at what he does, and I really think you should have him come and check the property out. Because of being a single mother and everything that's been happening, um, this woman, Rose, works several hours, 6 days a week. So it's been really hard to get in contact with her. But I was very lucky on Saturday, October 18th. I was able to finally get in touch with her. And we spoke for like an hour and a half. And, I was asking the questions. She was answering them and sending me CCTV videos and uh, photo clips of videos and things like that her cameras were picking up. Now, and you guys will meet her in the investigation video. Rose is a former MMA fighter. She has taken on guys that, twice her body weight. She's scared to death. Her and her daughter both are. Like I said, they moved into this property 2 years ago, and things started the day they moved in, within just a few hours. And she was actually with somebody at that time when they moved in, so it was Rose, her former boyfriend, and the daughter. And they were so excited to get their house. Within a very short time, he started showing signs of change, being mentally affected by what was going on the property. He went from being a very kind, hardworking, loving spouse to showing signs of aggression, anger, mental instability, to the point where, with a little prodding, he left. And he lives about 35, 40 miles away from the property. They're still in contact. They're no longer together, but they're still in contact. And when she meets him somewhere, he is that loving, kind, tender person. But when he comes back to that property, the instability, the anger, the aggression starts again. What I'm going to show you in this video, and I'll be explaining things as you're watching them, is uh, a lot of what they have videoed on their CCTV, clips of videos, pictures from the cameras outside of spirits even in the daylight. By the end of this video, you'll understand why I am trying to build the perfect team to go in there with me next Saturday, a week from the 18th when I spoke to her, and do an overnight and try to cleanse this property and find out what's there. We'll talk a little more after these clips. Now, in this first video, the mother is at work, the daughter is there alone. They have an alert on their camera to tell when there's movement. And she looked at the camera, she's seen stuff, but then went to look out the window with the lights out, and you will hear strange noises, but then you will see a dog that was not there. Now, back on the other side of the daughter's car is a man standing there. We can't see him in the video, but the dog was, and that's a big dog. That's a big dog. And then you later on you'll hear weird noises coming from under the camera that can't be identified. Now, in this next video clip, these cameras are mounted 8 or 9 feet off the ground. They're mounted right in the overhang of the house. You will see this camera start moving around, and they can't explain how. How there's no ladder outside. The ladders are all in the garage. There's no, they can't understand how this is happening. Now, next up, we have still shots. And in these first ones, you will see as I close in something outside the door looking in. It's standing a ways back from the door, but I can't identify it. In the next still shot, you will see the daughter's car sitting out in the driveway in the daylight. Now, if you look closely back on the other side of the car and slightly behind it, there is an image of something, a ghost. I don't know. I have never encountered spirits that make themselves seen in the daylight like this. But she swore up and down, visually, there was nothing there. But on the camera, it shows something squatting down, almost totally transparent. And again, coming up here, another night shot of something out in the corner of the yard, like it's just watching. Again, you know, visually, there's nothing there. But on the cameras, it is showing something. Now, in this one here, you will see a white image, no discernible face. It's like the face is blurred, and look how skinny the individual is. This was taken behind the house. These shots were all from the backyard. This thing, it it can't be explained. This one here almost looks native. No clue what these are. Look at the build. The scrawny legs, the longer midsection. I don't understand, folks. This is that backyard right there in daylight. Um, I don't know. Okay, here is the woman figure that they've seen, basically just sitting out in the yard on her legs, back to the other side of the daughter's car again. Uh, no idea. They don't make sense. There you can see something there, but there's nothing there. Now, a lot of what I didn't cover at the beginning of this, these entities, whatever's in this home, they have, or on the property as well. She has sworn there were people in night vision goggles staring at the house from the tree line. She was seeing sets of green eyes in a row. But when she zoomed in to look, these were not people. These were just eyes. She has seen what she describes as a large, like 7, 8 foot tall, furry, troll like something that crosses from the woods and the field across the street into her yard. It always stands back from the house, but it always stares at the house. Her and her daughter have had very disturbing SA type dreams and encounters in the house. I don't know what we're dealing with, but I have never, in over 200 investigations, dealt with anything like this before. And I'm scared. I'll be honest. I have had, since talking to her on the 18th, just 2 days ago, 2 nights now, I have had dreams about this property, about, how could I phrase it? Almost hovering above their, like in the corner of their room, and looking at them sleep to see how they're interacting or what's happening to them while they sleep. I've come up with several ideas on how to approach this investigation, and actually using them, since the spirits there are familiar with them, using them during the investigation to try to bring the spirits out. And not just the spirits in the house, but the spirits on the property as well. She has seen what she swears are people in her yard at night, right up at her house by the cameras. But they have the motion sensor alarm that comes to their computer that tells them when the cameras are picking up motion. And they will see these things on the computer screen, but when they go to the window to look out, there's nothing there. As you've seen in these pictures, they got some of those. All white images. No discernible difference between their skin and their clothes. They're just all white. And it's very, I mean, it's frightening. I can't imagine what it's like for a single mother and a daughter. The daughter has been so affected, she can't work. She's afraid to leave the house, and her mother's afraid to leave her there at night. But though she's afraid to be in the house, she's more afraid to walk outside it. You understand why I have to do this investigation. And hopefully you understand why I'm terrified to do this investigation, because I've never encountered anything like this before. I would love to find the little metal crosses that I can bury around their property, the perimeter of the property, and around the house and stuff like that. Of course, you know, I'll be salting the property down. I will be teaching them how to continuously bless the property. I will be blessing myself and the crew when we go in at the beginning of the investigation, and I will be blessing ourselves, doing the prayer and blessing the house and the grounds before we leave on Sunday morning. It's terrifying, and I can't imagine. And for a person to be a mixed martial arts fighter and to be terrified of her own home, that right there tells me there's something to this. I'm the first person outside of the family to know or see any of this. And because of my complete and total transparency with my investigations and you guys, I wanted to bring this video footage and these photos to you all so you understand that when I say just hearing their stories has scared the hell out of me, you'll understand that's not clickbait. That is true. It is literally scaring the hell out of me, not knowing what I'm getting myself into. But so far, I have got the Hauntus, Heather Shockley. You guys know her from some of our post videos or past videos. She is an amazing empath and psychic, and she knows her business. Her mother, same gift. They will both be coming, and I'm still looking for the rest of the team to go in there with us. I don't know what to expect, and that terrifies me. But of course, like I said, this video or this investigation will be occurring this upcoming Saturday, a week from my first contact with Rose on the 18th. It'll be the following Saturday night. It will be an overnight investigation, and it'll come out Halloween night because I got a feeling it's going to be well worth watching on Halloween. You guys all take care and happy hunting.